So, how has your day been? How has your day been? Yep, we've connected that. Oh, sorry. You see, sometimes you make these mistakes when you have various accounts. Alright, so sometimes you need to check. Today is 14 of 9th. So tonight, like you see, we'll continue our series again with mapping the resources of the natural resources of Africa. Like you know, we are very passionate about the continent of Africa, a continent that is blessed, a continent that has great resources, great opportunity. So Africa is blessed, but there's there's work to be done for us to be able to, okay, it's my laptop, to be able to maximize. Okay, let me do my intro. Is it that?
Strap yourself in because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Hello, welcome. I'm Dr. Olushola Ajide, your host on the Mentors Show, where we inspire you, help you reinvent yourself, and make a positive impact in your community, in your country, and on your continent. We mentor people across Africa. We bring you guests with inspiring life stories who are themselves transformation agents, making a positive change in their profession and nations. Subscribe to the African Coaching and Mentorship Initiative YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yep, good evening. Welcome. It's the Mentor Show. Of course, yes, we inspire you. It's a show where we inspire you, where we help you reinvent yourself and help you to make positive impact in your community, in your country, and on your continent. And so we are back. Tonight we'll be looking at mapping the resources of Africa. There are a lot of opportunities on the continent of Africa. I'm Joy Happiness. Good evening. Welcome to the Mentors Show. How has your day been today? And tell us where you are joining us from. Where are you joining us from on the Mentor Show today? Yeah, good evening. So tonight, we are going to continue So Joy, where are you joining us from? And if you don't mind, tell us what you do. Where do you work? What kind of work do you do? The Samuel Adetunji, good evening. It's been a long time. How are you doing today? From where in Nigeria, Joy? Where are you in Nigeria? Are you in Lagos? Are you in Abuja? Where are you at? And what do you do for a living? Mr. Samuel Adetunji, how are you doing today? It's been a while. From Ondo State. Do you live in Ondo State? I mean, where you live and where you work. Oh, you're a student. Excellent. So, where are you studying, Joy? I did a program for the students of Kwara State University, and I'm reaching out to other campuses, other universities, also to do the same. I'm already in communication with a polytechnic in Lagos, and hopefully a university in Oyo State. Okay, you are a student in Ondo State. So what level of student? Are you in the secondary school? Are you in the secondary school? Are you in the polytechnic? Are you in the university? Or are you postgraduate? Mr. Adetunji, it's been a while. I hope it's Mr. Adetunji that is a member of the Africa Catalyst Group. I hope you are the same person, because sometimes these names might look similar. Sometimes these names might look oh, Futa, excellent, Ondo State. Yeah, so perhaps you might help us if you might want me to come and do there's a presentation to the student body in Futa. If you can help make that possible, Joy. After now, if you can send me a DM. Oh, great, Mr. Samuel. Sorry, I'm speaking Yoruba online. So, Joy, it would be nice if you could make that possible. 300 level. Let's speak online. Let's speak, offline after now. Send me a DM, Joy. Let's take this to the next level. Let's see how we can add value to students in Futa. And I know somebody also in Futa. Let's see how we can make this happen, Joy. Your name, the way you spell your name is quite unique, isn't it? Okay. Futa 300 level. So Joy, let's make this happen. Let's see how we can add value to you and to the student body of Futa. I'm very passionate as an academic myself. I'm passionate about the students. I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about helping people, particularly students, to pivot, to make significant impact, and to also enjoy their academic life. If I had known what I know now when I was a student, wow, one would have been a top flyer. Mr. Samuel, you couldn't attend the Career Accelerator workshop. The Career Accelerator workshop that we did last week. No, not last week, last month, 24th, I think, of August. The part 2 of that, the continuation, which is part 2 of that Career Accelerator workshop, will be coming up soon. And it would be nice that you attend. If you go to YouTube, the video actually is live on YouTube. I've posted the video. I know is huge information and knowledge, which I should charge for, but it's live on YouTube. It's live on YouTube. So the video is live on YouTube. The video is live on YouTube. Top Black Music. Good evening, sir. How are you today? How has your day been? So tonight we are having a conversation. Let me put the flyer there. That is what we are discussing about today. My YouTube link is just Dr. Olushola Ajide. Top Black Music, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from, Mr. Top Black Music? Oh, Ikorodu. Oh, great. Okay, well, I am assuming that you are into music, Mr. Top Black, at least since your name says Top Black Music. I'm assuming you are into music. What else do you do apart from music? What less do you do aside from music? First, I do apologize. My tripod got broken, so perhaps that explains why I had to find a way of positioning my phone, and I'm looking down. Ideally, I normally look up, but you just have to do a makeshift stand, for this. Got to do a makeshift for it. Sam Saxtani, good evening. How are you today? How has your day been? Welcome to the Mentor Show, where we inspire you, where we help you reinvent yourself, where we give you ideas, tips that will help you make positive impact in your community, in your country, and on your continent. That's what we do on this show, and we do that by having guests. We normally have guests on this show who are exemplars, who are doing great things in their own spheres, who are shining light, as it were, who are making positive impact in their community. And on the days where we don't have guests, we do what I call mapping Africa's natural resources. We look at country by country. We look at the opportunities in those countries. We look at the challenges in those countries, on the continent of Africa, and we look at opportunities, and we look at the challenges and see, for you to discover why you were born and to be able to begin to make positive impact and influence in those countries. We have considered today, if you go through my timeline, you will see all the shows we have made. We've had on this show Frank Edwards, music magnate, Dr. Wilson Joel. We've had Mike Abdul. We've had Chigirl. We've had music, emoji music from Ghana. We've had quite a lot of people. We've had Spirit of Sako. We've had quite a lot of people, across. We've had Mr. Emmanuel Bonoko from South Africa. We've had another person, the young lady who is an agriculturist doing great things in South Africa, Mogase. We've had quite a lot of people on the show. And we've had, Weird MC. We've had Weird MC on this. So if you go through my timeline, we've been on this show now since May 2020. So if you go to my timeline, you'll see a lot of documents, but you'll see some of all the shows we've done. And also in talking about mapping countries and the natural resources, we've looked at 11. Today is the 12th nation we are considering. We've looked at Algeria, Angola, Benin Republic, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Central African Republic, Chad, Comoros, and today we are having Congo Brazzaville. And let me give you this information. Are you aware that there are 2 Congos in the continent of Africa? There are 2 nations that are called Congo. There's Congo Brazzaville and there is the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa. But today we are looking at Congo. The capital is Brazzaville, Congo, because one of the nations was colonized by France. The other one was colonized by Belgium. One by France, one was colonized by Belgium. So we are looking at Congo Brazzaville. Great. Samsung Stani didn't tell us where he joined from. Top Black Music from Ikorodu. Nice having you here. All right. Let's go into it. The Democratic Republic, not Democratic now. We are looking at Congo Brazzaville, which is a republic. The Republic of Congo. The Republic of Congo, or what they call République du Congo. République du Congo. Was colonized by France, and got its independence from France. It's located in the western coast of Central Africa. The country is bordered on the west by Gabon, and to its northwest by Cameroon, and its northeast by the Central African Republic, and to the southeast by the DRC Congo. So they are neighbors. To its south by the Angolan enclave of Cabinda, and to its southwest by the Atlantic Ocean. So French is the official language in the Democratic Republic, in the Republic of Congo, not democratic. You see that too? It's quite confusing sometimes, you know. French is the official lingua franca. And they are from the majority of them are from the Bantu speaking. The Bantu speaking tribe are the ones that make up this tribe. They got their independence on the 28th of November 1958 and gained independence from France. The republic was established in 1958 and they gained independence in 1960. You know, and the nation has continued to experience quite. They are named after the Congo River. The Congo River is where they got the name from, that was given to them, and got their deliverance, so to speak. The population is about 1.6 1.696 million, as at 2015. That's the population. So quite a small country, of 1 million plus. However, in 2021, the population has grown to 2.4 million, 2.469,630. That's the population now. So don't forget, why we do all this we do is to look at the natural resources, the opportunities that are available for you as a person, either to invest in or to find more and know more about the nation, and see how you can be a source of solution to the challenges that are available in this nation. Now, the natural resources of Congo Brazzaville, they have oil. Oil is one of the resources. They have wood, they have potash, they have zinc, they have uranium, they have copper, they have phosphate, they have natural gas, and they have hydropower. An agricultural product that is available in this nation, we have cassava, which is the tapioca. We have cassava, which is tapioca. They have sugar, they have rice, they have corn, they have peanuts, vegetable, coffee, cocoa, forests, products. The industries, of course, which we have in this nation, we have petroleum extraction, cement is in this country, lumber, brewing, sugar, palm oil, soap, flour, and cigarettes. So based on their export partners, this particular nation have China as 42% of their export, where they send their things to. 42.1% goes to China. Italy has 16.9%, USA have 4.9%, India 4.7%, Portugal 4.2%. This is as at 2015. The data is about 2015. And they import a lot of things also from other nations. From China, they have 20.3% as the import from China. France, 14.2%. South Korea, 9.8%. USA, 4.9%. UK, 4.4%. Italy, 4.1%. India, 4.1% as of 2005. And of course, the currency they use is the Communauté Financière Africaine franc. That is what's written XAF. So that's what this nation, what they do. TJ Su, welcome to the Mentor Show. Gospel Mwabweze, long time. How are you, Gospel? How is Canada? So welcome. Tell us where you are joining us from. Today we are looking at mapping African natural resources, looking at the opportunities that are available on the continent of Africa. All these industries that I've mentioned, or these natural resources, are things that are investment opportunities. There are investment opportunities you can explore, you can look into, and just don't forget, the essence of doing this is for you to pivot, to go to the next level of making positive impact, the next level of financial opportunities and your financial wherewithal, and the next level of a positive impact of being a change agent. Being a change agent, because are born to solve a problem. You were born to solve a problem, and you must locate that problem you were born to solve, and you must begin to do and solve the problem that you were born to solve. So I told you the capital city is Brazzaville. Told you French is the official language. And after this country have experienced a quarter of a century of Marxism, which was abandoned in 1990, and they've gone into a democratically elected government that was installed in 1992. There was a brief civil war in 1997, which restored former Marxist President Sassou Nguesso, but ushered in a period of ethnic unrests, and there was the southern-based rebel groups agreed to a final peace accord in March 2003. Now, it's quite interesting because I was listening to someone, a video that made an allegation, as it were, that quite a lot of nations on the continent of Africa that were previously colonized by France have a lot of coup or military takeover or military unrest, even if there's no takeover. I don't know how that is true, but you can find that out. So let's go to look at the education. You know, the key things we normally look at when we look at these nations, we look at the education, we look at the health sector, we look at the population, and also the population demography. And the reason for this is to look at what are the opportunities and what are the challenges. So education is free and compulsory for students between the age of 6 and 16 in the Congo, which begins at age 6 and lasts for 6 years. The secondary level is made up of 4 years and 3 years of vocational training. I think that should be 6334 system, like what Nigeria was intending to. And their literacy rate is significantly higher than most countries in sub-Saharan Africa for both men and women. So that's good news. However, the nation, while literacy is up, is good, there's still opportunity. In their budgets, 12.6% is spent on education. So what about the health sector? The health sector of Congo. Okay, let me stop sharing now. Lux Alim, oh, how are you? Looks Alim, how are you doing today? The Congo has 0.28 physicians and 1.1 nurses and midwives per 10,000 population. You see, these are the challenges I keep telling, and we keep seeing a trend in every country that we looked at on the continent of Africa. Imagine 0.28% and 1.19% of nurses and midwives per 10,000 population. So, health is a challenge. Sorry, I don't know why I'm just yawning today. The northern rural areas of the country have the fewest health workers, particularly physicians, and a lack of, management and coordination among the multiple streams involved in the planning of the health sector. So we'll see that there's challenge, and this is the story we'll see in every nation on the continent of Africa. If you go back, I'm sorry, I need to just quickly go back. If you go back to the issue of the illiteracy population in this country, we said earlier that they have good high education. The illiteracy population between the ages of 15 and 24 is about 175,000, and 15 years or older is about 601,000. So that is, like we said, if the population is 1.6%, that's almost about less than 1%, as it were, of the nation. And that's why they said that the literacy rate is quite high. So that's just an information I want to look at, and I'll go back to the health that we are looking at, health and welfare. So the other diseases, popular disease in this nation is respiratory diseases, malaria, tuberculosis, and intestinal parasites. And other diseases include trypanosomiasis, which is sleeping sickness, wow, yellow fever, leprosy, yaws, and HIV/AIDS. Disease control in this nation of Congo is difficult. Why? Because most water sources are polluted and sanitation is poor, even in the cities. So two of the largest hospitals are in Brazzaville and Point Noir. Other health facilities include regional health centers, infirmaries, dispensaries, maternal and child care centers, and private clinics. Mobile health units combat communicable diseases in remote areas. Like I keep saying, these are opportunities to start a medical hospital, a medical project that will cater for the needs of all these people and other persons in other nations on the continent of Africa. So Africa has a lot of opportunities, a lot of opportunities. Good evening, Nagla Wasifai. Tell us where you are joining from. Welcome to the Mentor Show. We are looking at mapping the natural Africa resources, opportunities and challenges on the continent of Africa. But today we are looking at the nation of the Congo, Brazzaville. And we've asked the question, Nagla Siwasifai, why were you born? There's a need for you to discover why you were born and to begin to feel the purpose why you were born. There's a need to begin to fulfill the purpose why you were born. Oh, Nagla was great, from Egypt. What do you do in Egypt? Do you work? Are you a student? What do you do? If you're a student, well, we can help organize a program for the students on your campus, like we did. Oh, you're a graphic designer. Excellent. Can you please send me a DM? Send me a DM. So that we can be able to take this conversation and see what empowerment project we can run for yourself, in your career, your colleagues, and for your friends and people, even in the country of Egypt. Now, I'm mapping Africa resources. Like if you see from my flyer what I'm doing today, that is what we are doing, mapping African natural resources. I have not yet gotten to Egypt yet. We have looked at a series of nations. We have looked at Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Central African Republic, Chad, Comoros, and today we're looking at Congo. Very soon, Nagla will be looking at Egypt, looking at the opportunities in Egypt, looking at the challenges in Egypt, looking at the natural resources of Egypt, and look at how people can maximize these opportunities, or maximize or exploit, as it were, the challenges to become financially abundant and stable, and also to begin to make positive impact by, in looking at the social problems which we begin to look at and see how you can begin to respond, as it were, Nagla. You can begin to respond to these problems and begin to solve the problem and begin to add value. Yes, welcome to my next home. I would appreciate. I've been to Egypt before. I think Cairo. Yeah, I had a transit for some days, where I was coming all the way from Malaysia, and the flight stopped in in Egypt, and we were in Egypt for how many hours? I think close to 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 hours. I can't even remember the name of the hotel. We were put in an hotel and driven back to the airport. And also, yes, that's not the only time I've been to Egypt. I was also in Egypt when I went on trip to Jerusalem. Pandu, how are you? Good evening. We are looking at mapping Africa's natural resources tonight. So Nagla, Wasify, let's do this. Let's have a conversation of seeing how we can. Let me even bring you up and see. Add story from Nagla. Wait. Let me have a chat with you, Nagla, if you don't mind. If you are, I'm great, Pandu. Nagla, I've sent you an invite, even though I'm looking at the Congo today, but at least we have discussed quite some things about the Congo, opportunities that are available in the Congo, the challenges in the health sector, challenges in the education sector, challenges in the natural resources and opportunities. So Nagla, I've invited you to join me. Oh, you declined. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. So we can talk about that. I wanted to invite you and see, let's talk about more, but no problem. So let's go ahead about the opportunities in the Congo. So the point I'm saying, Nagla, let me ask you this question. Now, this is what we do on this show. Have you discovered why you were born? Pandu, have you discovered why you were born? And for any other person who is still there, have you discovered why you were born? You were born to solve a problem. Okay, Nagla, you were born to solve a problem. There's a reason why you were born. You were born to solve a problem. And you need to find that problem. And that's why we are looking at each of these countries, looking at the challenges in the countries, like challenges in the education sector, challenges in the health sector, challenges in the natural resource sectors, and opportunities in the natural resources that you can exploit, businesses that you can start. And also to begin to find the social problems that are there, social problems in your country. And whatever, as we look at the challenges in this country, you also need to be looking at that with your own country and begin to find a way of whereby you begin to solve those problems and take action of saying, I'm going to solve this problem in this education sector, I'm going to solve this problem in this health sector, even though I'm not a nurse or I'm not a doctor, or you go and retrain to become a nurse or a doctor, because you just see that it's the reason why you were born. There's a need for you to discover why you were born. Yeah, Nagla, even though there are a lot of issues in many sectors, so it's for you, because you are on this show tonight, from today, let me give you an example. On this show, I met someone like this in Cameroon, and he went back to do a research about Cameroon, and he began to find out about the social problems of drug problems among the youth. Drug problems among the youth. And he has decided to tackle drug problems among the youth, to do something about it. Likewise, I was on the show like this, and a young man also from Nigeria, came on the show and also said he's going to tackle drug problems also in Nigeria. Young people who are given to drugs, sold out to drugs, they want to also be the solution to that. So Nagla is for you to go and find what are the problems, social problems in your immediate community. If you are in Cairo, wherever, or you are in Alexandria, wherever you stay, in that part of the city where you stay, in that community, to look at the social problems and see how you can be a solution to those problems. Does that make sense? So, you could see, like we said earlier, that in this particular nation, 0 point something percent of doctors and nurses, 1 point something percent of nurses to 10,000. That tells you a challenge. Okay, great. Okay, yeah, you said you are in art design, so using art, okay, through art therapy. Great, great. And that's a huge. I hope you know my friend who has been on this show, on the Mentor show before, Atumbi in Nigeria. Are you part of his team? He does a fellowship for artists in Africa and across the world, whereby he helped them to use arts in mental health, like you are doing. That's interesting. An idea just came up to my head now. I just had an idea now. Okay, great. So you see the challenges that are available great. So you are with, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good one, Nagla. Okay. Oh, the Nyeka, how are you? Welcome to the Mentors Show. We are looking at tonight mapping Africa resources. We're not having a guest tonight. We're looking at the opportunities and the challenges in the continent, in every nation. We're going nation by nation, but we're in the fourth nation, sorry, not the fourth, the 12th nation, Congo, Brazzaville. We've looked at other nations, but we're looking at challenges in the health sector. The health sector is a problem in Africa. Thank you. The Inyeka, tell us where you are joining from. The health sector is a problem in Africa. The education sector is a problem in Africa. The agricultural sector is a problem in Africa. And these are challenges and opportunities for you to say, why were you born? And have you discovered why you were born? And have you begun to solve the problem why you were born? Yeah, I know you're from Nigeria, the Inyeka, but where in Nigeria are you joining us from? So, like, oh, excellent. You are in Onitsha. So, Kekwanu, Ibolachi. I served in Anambra State. And Anambra State is my second, if you like, my home. I served in Anambra State, and I still have quite a lot of ties with. So what do you do, the Inyeka? Do you work? Are you a student? Are you a trader? Are you a business person? Great. So, yeah, I served in Anambra State, so I know quite some areas in Anambra State. Even though I served in Oka, but at least I know quite a good part. Well, not, let me not blow my own, not as if I know everywhere. But I've been to some places like that. So what do you do, the Inyeka? What do you do in Onisha? I need to begin to wrap up the show now. But we have addressed various issues. Various issues we've addressed. You see, the maternal infant mortality rate remains very high. So quite a lot of women, when they are giving birth in Congo, they die. 5% of children not making it to their 5th birthday. There's chronic malnutrition affecting 21% of children. Only 30% of primary school students have achieved and received proficiency level in mathematics, 40% in French. So you see, there are challenges, but the point we are saying is that in all these countries, the challenges, there's also opportunities. These challenges are opportunities. It's for you to discover why you were born and to begin to solve that problem. So the Inyeka, you've not told us what you do in Onisha. Do you stay in, what's the name of this place now? I'm trying to remember. Oguta Road, DMGS area. Or do you stay in, what's the name of this place? Is it Fege? Do you stay in Fege, in Onitsha? It's quite an expansive area of the state. Onitsha is quite huge and massive. All right, everybody, thank you very much for all those who have been on the show with me today. I'm Joy Happiness, Two Black Music, Samsung Stani, Nagla Wasifai, Pandu Titus, Dinyeka, TJ Su, Lux Alim. Thank you everyone who has been with me today on this show where we have been mapping the Africa's natural resources. So yes, it's okay. You're in Omagba. Okay, great. So what do you do? I'm interested to know what you do, and for us to see how we can add value to what you do. What do you do? What do you do? Are you a student, or are you a business person, or are you working? A professional. All right, so that's us done for today. So also in this country, Congo, there's degradation, there's environmental problems in the nation. There's erosion, there's pollution, waste, noise, water and electricity problems, transport deforestation, depletion of natural resources, and global warming. So these are some of the challenges that are affecting this country. Okay, I think that's me done for today. I will see you again on the Mentor Show. Thank you everyone who has been with me on the show today. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you again in the next show. So, Eddie Inyeka, let's continue the conversation after now. Thank you. So, Nagbo, Nagbo, the Inyeka. So, bye. Mm-hmm.